So are we live yet?
Yes, I think we are
We're live? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Let me do a share. Okay, let me share to I don't understand why my diary of property agent I always have problems sharing it over to never mind, forget it. Okay, yes. Okay, bro. 今天15 It's that time of
Yeah.
the day again. That time of the month
Yeah.
again.
Time of the year also.
Okay. So for those of you who are watching it later, today is start of Qingming, right?
Yeah, today is the first day of Qingming, the real Qingming. A lot of people do it either too early. They say 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after.
That one I don't know lah. I mean, don't you find that? I mean, honestly speaking, a lot of like our Chinese tradition, right?
Mm.
We have this term called 家言家处. So
Yeah.
it start to how should I put it? Evolve. We put it in nice way. It's called evolving.
Yeah. Because I believe this started because of convenience. Purely because of
Yeah.
convenience. Because
Correct.
nobody wants to squeeze and be stuck in the
Traffic, then
traffic
too early
for
in the morning. Yeah,
yeah.
correct. So everybody like do for the sake of convenience nowadays.
Yeah, but actually, to be frank, Qingming, right? Actually, Qingming doesn't
mm,
represent you pay your you 你去扫墓 or you sweep the tomb
mm,
or you clean up the tomb.
mm,
Qingming actually it means the season. We when we look at Qingming, right? Actually, we talk about the 24 types of the 节气, which is the season
mm.
energy. So Qingming is one of them. So
Okay.
because it's 24, right? 1 month or two lah. So actually, Qingming only lasts for two weeks. So these 2 weeks, right? Why is it people become 扫墓, right? Because it's a very
Mm,
conducive weather for people to pay their respect and then to tidy up the tomb. Yeah, after the harsh winter weather and things like that. So Qingming is a very good timing where a bit of sunshine and grass starts to grow. So you need to tidy up the tomb lah. So that's what Qingming is
mm.
all about. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. So in the spirit of Qingming, oh no lah, actually it's not. Whether it's today Qingming or not, we still have to do the thing. Because as we promised, everybody, right? We will finish the 28th district. Okay, we'll definitely finish the 28th district. Maybe subsequently after this, what will we be planning? We also don't know yet. Okay, what Jason and I will be planning, we also don't know yet. Maybe we'll straight away teach you how to look at feng shui. So you can look for houses by yourself. And then I'll teach you how to conduct a sales by yourself. Well, who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
or should
we
ask
should just do that.
ChatGPT.
That's chat GPT. Okay, so
Yeah.
anyway, wait, I share first because I noticed one thing because sometimes when we talk about the different locations, right? They don't understand. Okay, so today, right? I now for the remaining areas, right? I will share with you all first. Okay, so today we are covering District 4. Okay, District 4. So the postal code start with 09 and 10. So I'll share with you all first. So District 4, right? Harbourfront and Telok Blangah, right? So it's from starting from Bukit Permai area. Okay. In fact, this certain part of the previous PSA, right, is still under District 4. Okay. So it's very funny one. Certain part is under District 4, certain part is under District wait lah. Sorry. District 2. Okay, 08 is District 2. So Bukit Permai, don't need to see the whole mountain, right? Is District 9. AYE cuts. AYE cuts. So anything after AYE, right, is other district already. Okay, AYE cuts. Then we go to Telok Blangah, right? Then this is the interesting part. Telok Blangah is still district. Is still district. District 10. Okay. But the interesting part is this. You see this whole area, right? By right, I thought Alexandra Road cuts the boundary. But out of nowhere, right? This 991E Alexandra Road is under postal code 11. But the buildings beside, right, is under postal code 10. So you ask me, I also don't know how government cut one. Okay? They have a special way to slice up the land. So basically, just for simplicity's sake, okay, understand Alexandra Road, okay, all the way until Keppel Road, the boundary is AYE. Okay? So now I will leave, I'll let Jason share more with you all the history and the feng shui reading for District 4. Okay, bro. There you go.
Hello everybody, my name is Jason. I'm a feng shui consultant. If you don't know me yet. So a bit about myself. I'm more than 15 years in this industry. So here are some pictures, and my mission also is to spread and to demystify misconception about feng shui. Feng shui is not religion, and then there are a lot of practices, malpractices existing around. So if you're not sure of any of such issues, you can always check with me. I'll be happy to have a look and hear you out. Yeah. So here are some picture of my profile. So when people come to find me, right, they also one of the challenges they face today are high property price, financing, resale restriction, competition among buyers. So if you read across these 4 points, right, I can't help you much. The one that who can help you actually is Joel in all this area. What I can help you is filtering your choices for the house so that you can buy with fast and accurate. So of course you need to know which direction is good for you and your family. So in terms of that, feng shui can help for high property price, refinancing, resale restriction, all this. Please ask Joel, which is the expert for all this. So buying a house in using the feng shui perspective, if you have not know, right, actually we see the macro environment first. We don't talk about the location of the space, whether how warm or how prospering this space is. So when you know this space is prospering, right, even if you pick a wrong direction, it somehow still works okay, but not the best. Yeah, then we stack next will be the development, which then we take a look at the floor plan and things like that. Then also then followed by the direction of the human being staying down there, the occupant. Then of course other personal preference, like you like the east sun or you don't like the west sun, that kind of thing. So all this, right, is from a macro environment we see up the way to the preference, which is the human being. Yeah, so land ultimately have the biggest energy compared to a human being. So land actually is the most powerful uh, uh, energy as compared to a human being. So we talk about location. Just now Joel mentioned that we are trying to cover 28 different districts. So if this is your first time watching us, you have many episodes to catch up. So different place, so we tell you a lot of different characteristics of the place in terms of feng shui, and also the different pricing that of the place will bring. So three main areas in Singapore: CCR, RCR, OCR. All this, what does it mean? I'm not very sure. This one you have to ask Joel. So this one is a property expert, not my expert. Yeah. So my experts is usually I break down into these four areas. We talk about the history of the place. You must know what is the land being used for in the past, and also how does the name come about, because they often give you clues to the space as well, so you know whether this place has a good history or a very notorious history. Then next we talk about wealth. So what does it mean by wealth? We talk about the places that actually generate money. So in Singapore context, it's a bit small to realize it because everything you can move around very easily. But wealth, right, can also be a convenience for people when to travel to and fro from work lah. So some people like to stay near their workplace. So cut down traveling time, save. So wealth is very important element. So wealth also will determine the quality of people also staying down there lah, as well as the qi. So why? Because if let's say it's a prospering place, right, government will pour in funds to build better infrastructure, to promote the qi of the place, and then also to attract ultimately who can afford those high affluent people lah. So when we look at these are four layman feng shui tips that everybody can use: the history, the wealth, the qi, and the people. Everything sounds common sense, but we can look further into more detail in terms of feng shui. So Telok Blangah, if you have not know where is Telok Blangah, that means you are not a Singaporean. Telok Blangah it is in the southern part of Singapore. And as tourists, right, they like to go Sentosa. Yeah, so it's somewhere near there. Yeah, so in the south side of Singapore. So south side of Singapore in the upcoming new period, period 9, right, they always talk about the south side, the fire element and things like that, right? It's all happening in this Telok Blangah area. So Telok Blangah is a very interesting place. So how does the name comes about Telok Blangah? So Telok means bay lah. So Blangah is a type of cooking pot. So I'm now imagining last time when they see the features of the place, right? Of course, now it's a lot different from in the past lah, because a lot of land changes, buildings and things like that. So it actually changed a bit of the shape of the place. But in the past, right, when they look at it, it looks like a cooking pot lah. So it actually means cooking pot bay. So imagine how the ancient people look at things and how they remember things. So the history of this Telok Blangah goes beyond Raffles. So before Raffles came, right, this prince arrival. I'm sure if you're Singaporean also, you probably also hear of this story of Sang Nilai Utama. Yeah, it's a prince that founded the island in the 1200 century lah. So while we're traveling, he see a lion and things like that. Maybe that rings a bell lah. So while he was traveling and how he found the island, because it was stormy, the sea was rocky. So to appease the sea, right, he threw his crown, his expensive golden crown, into the sea, and then the storm subsided. And then he saw Singapore. So this is how the story goes. How he founded Singapore. Yeah. So after that, probably almost a century later, after Sang Utama, we also have Chinese. Chinese are very great travelers. They explore lots of different lands so that they can trade and then bring things back into their country. So there's this person called Wang Dayuan. So he also he actually founded, he not founded, he came by Singapore. He came by Singapore, he saw the Orang Asus people, it means band bearing, and they wear, and they hold spears and darts. And then he, in his documentary, he actually wrote something like he sailed through this Long Yam. So it's like the dragon tooth gate. So again, maybe the shape of the place reminded him of a dragon tooth. Yeah, so he easily remember they map it as a dragon tooth gate. Yeah, so a lot of along Oran Asus people stay in this area. So they're known for their even their marine skills, naval skills, so to protect their home in the area. So you can imagine how protective, how uh, is this place is. So this is probably the area that you see this dragon tooth gate. So Raffles came about later on, so he made a deal with this the village chief lah. So 10,000 followers. So at that time 10,000 is a very big population. So he governed the people down there, and then he passed on, and then his son took over. So when his son took over, he also did some contribution to Singapore, to this Telok Blangah area. So he cleared away these mangroves and the mud flats in the area. So actually the area, right, is a very swampy, muddy, not useful place. So he eventually cleared and then make it useful. So later on it was used in a shipping company. And because he did so much good works, so they built a mosque, and then his tomb, together with his father, rests in this Telok Blangah hill area. So it's actually located in today's time. If let's say you ever want to go and see, it's at 30 Telok Blangah Road. So this land is owned by the state of Johor. So another prominent place of the area is the Mount Faber. So Mount Faber, if you go up, back in those days where the air is cleaner, the cloud is much more clearer, you can see far. When you see far, you actually see the islands of Indonesia, and and the area still continue populated by a lot of different Malay tribes. Because it's such a protected place, so a lot of people settle down there. And if you've been there before, you know there's Mount Faber Hill, there's Telok Blangah Hill, so act as a protection for those people staying down there. So how does the name Mount Faber come about? It was named after an engineer. So Charles Edward Faber is the one that built this signal station, flagstaff, and observatory in this Mount Faber Hill. So eventually Mount Faber also became a fort in this that contribute in this World War II. So after that also people discover that actually there was a back in the early 19th century there was a reservoir being built. So it was used for it's a water source for before PSA. So there's this company called the Tanjung Pagar Dock Company. So you can imagine 100+ years ago. So all this is not too far. So I consider Telok Blangah is one of what I consider as a holy land of Singapore. Why I say that, right? Famous and big contributor to the land is buried down there. And there are also shrine from this Radin Mas. So Radin Mas is a legendary Javanese princess. In case you wonder the place there, how come that this Radin Mas school, community center, and things like that? So there's a shrine down there by this Javanese princess of the past. Then also there's other Chinese temple also built way back in the 18th centuries. So you can last until today. There must be something. And then the temples down there also worship the deity called Matu, which is like the mother of the sea. So usually people pray for protection when they go out to the sea. So you can see that this land have this Malay culture and also the Chinese culture as well. So now we talk about wealth. So I'm sure wealth, everybody think is money, prosperity, and things like that. So if you notice, right, when we talk about wealth, right, straight away the place is known for the port. So back in the days, right, port generate a lot of revenue for Singapore. And then when we talk Telok Blangah, Harbourfront, right, we remember Sentosa. So Sentosa has changed drastically in the recent years. So you have casino there even, and then Universal Studio and things like that. So Sentosa has really transformed over the years. Last time you take ferry, now there's a monorail, there's a bus, you can go in by car. So very convenient compared to the past. So very it's a very touristy place. So yeah, and then we also have the shopping centers. Vivo City is down there, one of the biggest shopping mall of Singapore. You also find pockets. Some areas have hawker, given the history of the place where they first developed down there. A lot of old HDB down there, lah. So hawker was also part of the culture at that time, lah. Then also we know offices. There's a lot of offices around the area and the industrial area. So one of the offices that we all know, Google Singapore is down there, lah. So and then it's also very near to this science park, lah. So and also going to CBD is also quite near as well, lah. So there is wealth area. So you can see a lot of ways that you can makes the land prosper. So when you talk about qi, right? What does it qi? What do I mean by qi? So in feng shui term, qi means energy, the flow of things. So when you talk about the flow of things, right? Traffic, infrastructure are the veins of qi. So train station, you have Telok Blangah, Labrador Park, you have Harbourfront station, yeah, and also you have a cruise. If you not know, if you want to go on cruise, right, you probably have to go to the cruise center down there, lah. So you want to go Batam, Bintan, you probably need to go to Harbourfront Center. Bring tourists as well. So tourists from Indonesia, or Singaporean go to Indonesia as well. So and then there's a bus interchange there. The bus interchange is very old. It's open air, yeah, and also West Coast highway lah. The one that you see above the land cover a lot of sunlight for some houses.
Mm.
So when you talk about people, right, nearer to sea, usually you see more private estate. So the nearer you are to Sentosa, right, the more private estate it is. So in Sentosa itself also have private estate, expensive private estate. And I think that's the only place that a foreigner can buy. Later maybe Joel can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, and also there's a lot of old HDB, so I think the area is due for redevelopment because the old HDB I'm not sure how old is the oldest, but they look very old, and there are some new pockets of this HDB very tall. I think they reach about 40 story high lah. So can imagine the lift going up and down lah. So hopefully the lift don't break down lah. So so you imagine the old HDB make way for the new one, right? So you can imagine skyrocketing high buildings. Yeah. So that's it for Feng Shui part. So if you want to look at more further details in this area, right, feel free to reach out to me or Joel. We see how we can help you find a suitable house. Yeah. So I hand over to Joel.
Okay, I just discovered something interesting also. So give me a sec. Okay, so Jason, all in all, right, you think that this area, I mean for District 4, District 4 is a good area, right?
Yes.
Okay, so for me, for me, honestly, I do think so. I do like that area. Okay, I myself I like that area a lot, but unfortunately, statistics will never lie. Statistics will never lie. So I'm gonna show you all the figures, and then you decide for yourself. Okay. So, oh, give me a sec. Because my this is off screen. My this is offline. Sorry, give me a sec. My screen is offline. Okay, good. It's back. Let me share the screen again. Window. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's have a look. Hello, everybody. I'm Joel, Daddy Property Chef. So, as you all know, I always say these things are figures will never lie. So now we are going to look at District 4. For those of you who have been staying in Singapore for long enough, right? You all will know District 4, Telok Blangah, Harbourfront. Actually, it's very weird. For Telok Blangah, the first thing that come to our mind will be all the old HDB flats. Because pretty old, Telok Blangah, that side is pretty old estate. One of the earliest estate as well. Okay, one of the earliest estate. So, a lot of new launch down there or not? Well, in my 15 years, I don't recall any new launch in Telok Blangah. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if any of you are or fellow agents who happen to have launched something in Telok Blangah over the last 15 years, right? Do share with me. Or maybe if you're talking about Skyline Residences, all these, right? Because they are so near to Keppel side, I also, to call them Telok Blangah, the Telok Blangah side. So this is the thing, because you can see in this map, right? Telok Blangah area is mostly all HDB flats one. Only those near to West Coast Highway, then we see like Skyline Residences lah. Then this one is I think this one is a very 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 old property or Harbourview Towers. Then you see again old HDB flat. Okay. Really nothing much one. For Telok Blangah side, really nothing much. Then most of over the last in my 15 years as a property agent, most of the so-called more popular, I don't even want to use the word popular, but most of the launches were focused on Harbourfront side. Okay, where we will see Caribbean. Okay, Caribbean was one of the oldest. This one was, I think, way before I was a property agent. Then we have Reflections. Reflections is a very iconic project in Singapore. Some of them call it Wu Zi San. Jason, have you heard of it before?
Yeah.
There's like 5 fingers, 5 fingers.
Yes.
Then we have corals at Keppel Bay. Then after that, subsequently we have currently being built is Reef at King's Dock. Okay, so in case you all say I bias, I must disclaim to you all first. Keppel Land is one of our so-called well-known. I won't use the word famous or infamous. It's one of the better-known developers locally. Okay, but if you all have dealings with Keppel Land before, right? You all know Keppel Land. I don't know whether to say this thing or not. A bit more. They more. You all know when we say people very gao more, right? It means they are very, very slow one, right? Keppel Land is one such developer. Because usually by the time they hand over the project to you, right? The land lease, because it's all 99-year land lease, So the slower the developer pass the land to you, pass the project to you, right? That means the more number of years they have exhausted already. So unfortunately, right, most of the projects Keppel build take more than 5 years one. Take more than 5 years. That means by the time they hand over the key to you, more than 5 years is gone from your lease already, And nowadays it seems to be a very popular thing. But last time nobody can accept one. My you exhaust 5 years already. How can like that? So this is one thing I personally I'm not in such a hurry to push their projects. Let's just put it this way. Last time I'm young and gullible that time when I still there I talk very loud. So as I always say, I always look at value. Then for the project Reflections, right? For those of you who know, you know I cannot say this online because later people say I defame them. But if you heard the story about Reflections, right? There are still units being sold now, right? directly from developer side, which is I think
Wow.
amazing, you know. I think it's amazing. So you're going to think about it. Why this type of thing is happening. I don't want to talk so much. Okay. So currently the latest project in that area is the reef at King's Dock. Okay. It has broken 2,000 plus PSF. Later I'll show you more in depth on the figures. Okay, let's have a look at the figures. So for the last 20 years, let's have a look at last 20 years. Okay, last 20 years, you all can see the graph, right? Very clear. 03 SARS. Then after that, price started to go up to 07. What do we have in 07? Jason, you remember or not?
Lehman Brothers is it?
Yes, correct. Lehman Brothers. Okay, 07, 08. So 07, 08, the prices drop a bit. Then subsequently start to grow back again. Okay? So you can see in 09, the prices start to drop, start to increase. But you all notice one thing. The light blue is new launches. In case you all cannot see, right, light blue is the new launches. So basically, new launches was the thing that is propelling it, propelling the prices up. Basically, right, the resale units quantity is not a lot. So I'm going to just bring you all notice one thing. From 13, our favorite year is 13. Why? 2013 was when most of the cooling measures come in. So 2013, right, our prices start to stagnant, hovering around that area. But of course, as Jason mentioned also, I personally also like this area because it's you know, being Chinese, we like something facing the sea. Right? I think most Chinese, don't say Chinese, you know, most people love something that is facing the sea. When you are facing the sea, right, it's as if just that the status is different already. It's either you are on a hill or you are facing the sea. And in Chinese, I think in Fengshui also 背山看海, right? Is it, Jason? Yeah, 背山看海 means that is the best sight already there. So basically, imagine your behind is Mount Faber, then in front is the what sea I also don't know but it's the sea. So basically, the status is there. But unfortunately, right, the interesting thing is this during this from 16 until 2020, right? Sorry, from 06 until 2020, there was not much growth, you know, even though there were a lot of new launches. Okay, partially because most of the new launches down there, I already told you. Come on, we have a look. Okay, most transaction. Oh, yeah, sorry. Telok Blangah got one interlace. I forgot. Interlace. Jason, you like interlace?
No.
You know which one is interlace or not? The car Lego, that one, remember? The stacking Lego one. That one.
So if interlace is under Telok Blangah, then what about Normanton?
Normanton is not. Normanton should be under Pasir Panjang that side already.
Oh, okay.
There's the boundary. There's the boundary.
Mm.
Because AYE boundary, you forgot.
Yeah.
AYE boundary and Alexandra Road boundary.
Mm.
So after Alexandra Road is the Pasir Panjang side already. District 5, that time we did.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so basically, right, interlace, okay, not bad. Then you see what are the other projects. Caribbean. Okay? Caribbean, Caribbean, number of transaction 123. This was which year? Sorry, what year was I pointing already? I think 07, right? Yeah, correct, 07. Oh no, 07 is reflection. A lot of reflection. I tell you, Caribbean's at Keppel Bay, right, is the only project down there. Every year got some resale one. Very consistent one. Because I can tell you, this project really very nice, you know. This is the one. Caribbean at Keppel Bay. Really, you imagine there's 3 water inlets, you know. 你真的可以在你的 project 那边自己钓鱼耶。You can really fish at all these dock, you know. Wow, it's amazing. I tell you, the feeling is really, really amazing. Yeah, but the thing reflections on the other hand, last time we have a joke, okay, sorry to say this, we have a joke, but we always say, 你买的那边你真的要 reflect 一下。Sorry to say this, because the not only during the new launch, right, the sales was smooth going lah, it was moving lah. It's not fantastic, but it's moving lah. But the resale, right, the resale properties are all horrible, you know. There were a lot of owners that was selling at a much lower price because the value of the property dropped within 2 years by almost close to $1 million. For whatever reason, please go and Google yourself. I'm not going to say too much, as I mentioned already, okay, especially for this project. You know, I used to have this famous saying when I was a new launch IC. Singapore, right, I almost never see anybody buy a new launch. After 20 years, lose money one. Reflection, I don't dare to say. Sorry, reflection, I don't dare to say. The only project I don't dare to say. Okay? So, this is the thing. Then we look at last year. Okay? We look at last year. The price start to go up. Price start to go up. This is the amazing part. Why my graph don't come out? My graph don't want to come out. They ask me, please wait, then the graph don't come out. I also don't know why. But let's just take a moment and look at this graph. You will see that very smooth sailing, right? That comes the stupid part, you know. Why I say this is stupid? Because I'm going to show you what happened during these years. So 06 to 2020. Telok Blangah MRT was open 2011. Okay? Telok Blangah. Harbourfront better still 2003. 2003. So interestingly 2003 MRT up until 07 start to drop then after that maintain all the way, you know. You go and see other parts of Singapore, right? They open MRT, right? They open one MRT wow, the price. But down here they didn't open one MRT, you know. They opened 2 lines. In the span of 10 years, they opened 2 lines. Then you see the price. And it took COVID to bring up the price. Why? Honestly speaking, I also don't know. That's why I can tell you one thing. I totally agree with what Jason said just now. I like this place. I really think that this place got a lot of potential. But facts and figures cannot lie. So this is one problem. Then for Telok Blangah, right? So Harbourfront, I don't want to say already. Honestly speaking, commoners want to go and buy there at 2,000 plus per square foot already. It's not cheap. For resale. It's for resale. It's not for new launch. It's for resale. The new launch, right? Almost Reef at King's Dock. If I didn't remember wrongly, the highest per square foot is 2009. For 99-year leasehold, you know. 99-year leasehold. Yeah, by the way, Terra Hill, 99-year. Oh, sorry, freehold. Freehold. Also hit 2009 already. Okay, it's one district away. That is one thing. So, for Telok Blangah, my only concern is there is a lot of old HDB. So some of my fellow peers and fellow agents say, Telok Blangah will en bloc. My 2 cents source is or not. Why? You all know the Greater Southern Waterfront. Government got so much land, you know, and they are going to clear this golf course, Keppel Golf Course. You know how much land there is or not? There's so much land to be utilized, you know, over the next 10 to 20 years. Then for what reason would they go and en bloc the older HDB flats? Maybe verse, we can try verse. I mean, you all remember, right? There's this thing called SIRS. SIRS is the en bloc program. And there's this verse, which is wait until year 30. So most of the older HDB flats for Telok Blangah, right, now is at is about left 60 plus or 50 plus years. So another 20 more years to go. I don't even know I can survive that long or not, honestly speaking. So remains to be seen. But the next 20 years, I know government confirm got a lot of land to sell. a lot of HDB to sell, you know. So you tell me they want to go and unblock you for what? I don't know. Then if they unblock you already, right? Then they shift you to the Greater Southern Waterfront. You think makes sense or not? I don't know lah. Okay, that part I don't know lah. So I will only say this thing. 背山靠海 sounds fantastic, sounds fantastic. But at what price are you willing to pay that price or not? And at this current moment, what we are seeing is the resale for these areas, right? Except for the project Caribbean, the resale for these areas, right? The profit margin is okay lah. I won't say a lot, you know, it's okay. And the worst part is because of COVID, actually a lot of places the profit margin is fantastic. But this area is okay. This area is okay. So if you are buying for value, again, we are riding on Greater Southern Waterfront. I know every time near to water area, I always talk about Greater Southern Waterfront. But this time round, I don't know. This time round, I really don't know. So tonight you see Jason and I, we're a bit divided. I mean, based on the feng shui, based on the locality, I totally agree with him. But just based on the facts and figures, right? Based on the figures, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Also, you all have to judge for yourself. If you are buying anything around there, right? Please do your due diligence. As I mentioned already, resale or new launch doesn't matter. It's always about the entry price and your escape plan. As my ACE fluency test mentioned already, affordability, comfortability, and escapability. You buy something that you can afford, you buy something that you are comfortable, but you cannot escape, then I don't know. Or basically must at least pass these 3 tests. Must be able to afford, must be comfortable, must be able to escape. Okay? Or you buy something that, you can escape, but in the end, you're not comfortable. I also don't know how you're going to stay there. So this is the thing. Okay, so this is my sharing for District 4, Telok Blangah and Harbourfront. I hope you guys please do your sums before you dare to venture in this area. This whole area, I tell you, maybe like what Jason mentioned, is holy land. You must really hold long enough. Holy, but it's hold until holy. Okay, yeah. So this is the thing. Okay, come Jason. Let's talk about which district we haven't covered, and for the next, we decide for next session first before I end the night with the latest hottest topic.
Okay.
99 one. Okay, come Jason. Let's have a look. Which one we haven't done? I also a bit bakey. I think Sembawang we done already, right?
Yeah, I think that time you mentioned left Lim Chu Kang and Tengah. Seletar.
I think Seletar also
Yeah.
Okay, so we have District 24. Kranji Woodgrove we done already, right? Because Woodgrove only the 99-year leasehold, right?
Yeah, I think so.
The rest, I'm pretty sure we done already. Okay, so District 24, Tengah. Honestly speaking, at Tengah, what's there to say? Okay, now I know ACS Barker is going to go there. Okay, confirm Jose. Good. Got good school already. Best. Then Seletar. Seletar Air Base moving. Best. Oh, no, sorry. My bad. Seletar Air Base already moved. Okay, I tell you what. Why not we do it like this? Because one is a new town, right? One is a new opportunity. Because Seletar Air Base is a new opportunity. We do it like this. We do 24 and 28 together.
Okay.
What do you think? Because
Yeah,
I think nothing much to say. 你连屋子都没有得看。
Yeah, that's true. They are still building.
We can just look at the surrounding and then we are speculating. For me, it's confirmed speculating one because the houses are not built up yet. But I'll share about new towns. Okay. Then yes, 师傅, when is 初一?
初一 let me see. I think it's on the 20th April.
Okay, 20th April, Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
You okay for that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay lah, can lah. So we will stick to that.
Okay, I think that will be our last show, right?
For the 28 districts, it will be our last show lah.
Yeah.
Then after that, see whether we still want to talk or not. Viewership not high. Is the after, man. Maybe we try something different. We do pre-recorded.
Okay. Yeah, I
Then
think
at least I won't hang one.
yeah, I think why not?
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about more. Then I mean we'll post. Maybe we can do something like this. We do a Zoom webinar, okay? That we record now. Then we will post the link out. We invite people. More realistic on this timing. So those who are interested to join us, you can join us. Okay, you can ask your questions. No worries. Then subsequently after that we'll post. Never mind. That one I will plan with Jason first. We still got a lot of project need to do together on.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, right? Today I want to talk about one topic. Okay, one topic that a lot of people has been talking about. Let me close all these. Yes. Okay, recently there is this talks about 99 to 1. Actually, it's very how should I put it? I'm sorry to say this because you must understand all these gimmicks all these terms actually happened very very long time ago, and most of it right is for new launches. Okay, those were innovative ways to help buyers buy new launches. I think more than a decade ago. So why they started to talk about this thing again, I also a bit don't understand. Okay, good night. Yeah, sorry, my daughter saying good night to me. So tonight I will share with you all. Okay, so you all can go and read the newspaper article but honestly, if you ask me, right, I tell you you read the newspaper article, it's going to make you more confused because actually there's two different things, and the newspaper reporters have mixed them up totally. Okay, so tonight I shall explain it to you all, and Jason, you can ask anything because I think if you read the papers, you also don't understand what they're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So why is this even tax evasion? Okay, so I'm not going to talk about right or wrong tonight. I'm just going to share with you all, right, how this process was done. Okay, how this process is done, and how does it actually benefit a buyer? Okay, so okay, let's open a new note. Okay, so there is two concept. Why the we pass still there? Wait, let me remove this and then bring it back again, because I don't know what happened. Oh, okay, wait, give me a sec. Let me clear it. Then I share the screen again. Okay, where is my slides again? Yeah, still see the tail there. Sorry, give me a sec because it's a bit distracting. I'm going to remove, and then I'm gonna link back my iPad again. Okay, so Jason, while my iPad is linking, right? I ask you a question. You know that you know for Singaporeans, right? If you buy a second property, you need to pay a higher tax, right?
Yeah, this
You know how
ABS.
much is that?
Uh, is it 25%? I don't know.
Well, you check you my
Huh?
friend, now it's 17%, 17%
Oh,
for
17.
property. Walao, you charge 25%, you check leh. 17% for 1
sorry,
million is 170,000 already, you know.
sorry.
Oh, you want to charge 25%?
I
Horrible,
think
man.
I mix up the down payment.
Okay, so yeah, you're correct. The down payment is actually 5%, up to 25%, correct? Because 5% cash is a must, then 20% cash or CPF. Because you can only borrow up to 75% loan. Okay, but anyway, we are not talking about that tonight. Tonight, I'm going to share with you two very simple concepts. What is called 100 sell 1? And then what is 99 1? Okay? So the why I want to talk about this tonight is because the newspaper reporters have been juggling up the whole two concepts together. Very messy. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about 100 sell 1. So 我要占我的好朋友 Jason 的便宜啊。So usually this type of concept, how will happen? How it will happen is usually is between parent and child. So obviously being the older one, I'll be the father lah, correct? Okay, how it works. When you have a father, a loving parent, but not so rich. Why I say that? Because Jason, today if your father sorry 吃你豆腐 your father me I'm very rich, right? And just let you buy a house under your name, right? Pay full cash. Whether regardless of your age, correct? So now we are faced with two scenarios. Now I want to buy a house for Jason. Okay? So Jason Jason is the son. Joel is the father. Paiseh, bro. Okay. So now I want to help Jason buy his first property. Sounds good, But I'm not rich enough to pay for him the whole house. I have some money, I have some money, but I do not have enough to pay 100%. So now Jason just fresh out of university. But as a parent, especially typical Asian parents, the biggest fear on their mind is, wow, don't know next time my children can buy a house or not. Very jialat one, right? So what will happen? So, and by the way, this method only works for new launch. Cannot work for resale. Later I explain to you why. But for new launch, right? So when you purchase the property, right, you pay 5%. Okay? Down pay for the OTP, option to purchase. Then after that, you pay 15%. Okay? This is the exercise fee. You to exercise the sales and purchase agreement. So at this point of time, Jason still starting or very low income so confirm cannot use the CPF, right? Right? Not enough CPF what? So this 5 and 15%, Jason can use cash. Jason got cash. Okay? Not say Jason got cash. Jason's parent got cash. Okay? So pay the 20% for Jason. Then subsequently, right? But the father not rich enough. Don't have 100%. Then just nice, I don't have any more housing loan. Why this is important? Because if I have an existing housing loan, I go and borrow a second loan, I can only borrow up to 55%. Correct? So it must, most of the time, since not rich enough, is borrow the first loan. Okay? So now the issue come already. Jason buy house, no income. I got income, but I got a house already. So if I buy the house from Jason, right? No, if I put my name together with Jason to buy the house, how much ABSD do we need to pay? So Jason, I ask you now. Now, if we buy the house together, right? We buy the house together. We don't care how many percent. Example, you hold 99%. Okay, Jason, the son. The father hold 1%. How much is the ABSD? You may guess. You must unmute, bro.
Just now you mentioned 70%.
Yes, correct. Because one of the owners, regardless of how much. Oh, what did I drop? Sorry, drop something.
I cannot hear already.
So, sorry, no, because I dropped something, I bent down to pick it up. Okay, so regardless of how much percentage I hold, right? Because I buy it together with you at the beginning, so the ABSD will be full 17% because one of the owner is the second property owner. Okay, so regardless, Jason first timer, nobody gives don't know vulgarity. Nobody cares. Okay, nobody cares. So as long as one person is second property owner, it will be ABSD. Then comes the best part already. Okay, then comes the best part. So just now we mentioned Jason first buy the property, pay 20% cash already, right? Now want to take loan, cannot take loan because Jason don't have earnings, don't have enough earning power. So how? He will sell 1% to the person that can help him facilitate a loan. He will sell 1% to the person who can help him facilitate a loan. May I guess who he is? Usually the parents lah. Usually the parents. Okay? Then what will happen? Now, because we haven't taken a loan yet, none of us haven't taken a loan yet. So now the son plus father go to a bank and take a loan. Now can take loan or not? Can what? Now there is legally two owner. Legally there's two owner. They don't look at your percentage. There is two owner. Okay, two owner. So they will assess both our incomes and then give you the full loan. Give you the loan that you require. So maybe example in this case, we are able to capture the full 75% loan. Okay? Then vice versa, right? It could be a son want to help the parents buy a place. Well, we want to help the parents buy a place, but parents already don't have income, cannot get loan. How? But the son don't want to pay ABSD, what? So now I want to buy a house for my parents to stay. Okay? So the example, now Jason want to buy a house for me to stay. But I no longer working, I retired. And I cannot get loan. Okay? But Jason don't want to pay ABSD, what? Because if he buy a house under his name, right? Jason will need to pay ABSD, right? So how? So Jason, now reverse. Jason use my name to go and buy the house, exercise the sales and purchase agreement, then after that, buy 1% share from me, and then now there's two owners, right? Okay? Jason and I will go and take the loan. Then maybe after that, Jason service the loan. Nobody cares. But it's just that he want to buy a house for his parents to stay, but he has no money. No money to pay the ABSD. And honestly speaking, nobody wants to pay the ABSD. Fair, right? So, yeah. Jason, do you think this is right or wrong?
Subjective.
Honestly speaking, in theory, doesn't sound wrong, right?
Yeah.
In practical, right, who is the actual person paying for the property?
The parents.
Yeah, I mean the person actually holding a 1% to get the full loan. So now the issue is this to, of course, the relevant authorities, right? What they will see is, bloody hell, if the person cannot buy, he should not be buying. MAS also feel this way. The person cannot get loan, one cannot buy, then don't buy lah. Correct. But now you're using this type of method, right? In a way, is to them they deem it as tax evasion. Tax evasion. So, but I mean, honestly speaking, if you see how it happens. Today, if really the case, the father want to help the son to grow his first property, like a bit like tax planning, right? Then if is the son want to buy a house for the parents, but don't want to pay the extra tax, also sounds like tax planning, right? But the stupid part is this, a lot of people, they'll use their younger children name, buy the property already, hold for 3 years, then they sell. So it's actually for investment purposes. It's not to buy to hold, It's investment purposes. So today, if you're IRAS, you angry or not? Jason? You siam the tax, so-called you siam the tax. You buy the house, then you earn the profit. Like not right, sounds like not right. So this is the biggest issue now. Okay, so this is part 1. 100 sell 1. Okay, 100 sell 1. Now we talk about part 2, 99 1. 99 1, this one can be done for resale or new launch. Okay, 99 1. So usually what happens is matrimonial home. So today first matrimonial home, husband and wife. So they plan that in the future I want to buy 2 property. But at this current moment I cannot hold 2 property. So what I will do? I will husband and wife, maybe the wife is higher income one. Okay? So husband will own 99% of the property, wife own 1%. So when they are ready, to buy a second property, right? The wife will sell, she will sell the 1% to the husband. Okay? She'll sell the 1% to the husband. Then this wife, right, now zero property, she can go and buy a second property, and there's no ABSD, correct? ABSD, okay? Correct? Sounds about right. So this one don't sound illegal, right?
No.
Don't sound illegal. Sounds perfectly normal. Then I tell you what went wrong. So what happened is there were a lot of new immigrants, right? New immigrants. So only one of the spouse is a citizen. Okay? Could be the husband is a SC. The wife, right, is a PR. So if today the wife PR, right, buy first property, how much is the ABSD, bro? You know or not? Don't know. So if the wife first property is 5%, so you 1 million, you must pay 50,000. Okay, 50,000. So would they do that? Of course, nobody in right frame of mind will do that, because the first matrimonial home, if there is no ABSD one, because by right, if there's 2%, right, 2% buy a house together, we'll look at the one with the lowest tail. That means the one, if that one of them is subjected to ABSD, that means this house must have ABSD already. But if it's husband and wife, of course, matrimonial home, they won't charge you. So these people become creative again. So husband and wife, right, matrimonial home, right, no ABSD, right? So the wife will own 99%. The husband will own 1%. Okay? So next time when the wife buy over the husband's share, right, it's only 5% ABSD for that 1% share, right? Okay, still don't sound so wrong, right? So this bunch of jokers, what they did was the husband and wife, right, they go and buy. Once they exercise the option, right? Once they bloody hell they exercise the option, straight away the husband go and sell the 1% to the wife. Then please you do like you make it so obvious, right? I think even the blind know that you're trying to escape ABSD. Even the blind can see, So, but the interesting part was this. 4 years ago when I was still involved, 4 or 5 years ago when I was still involved in new launches, right? Government actually already came out to speak up against all this. So for the first one, right, 99 one, that time they were saying, so this 1%, right, today, if you sell the 1%, they were saying it like this, if you sell the 1%, right, then you can only borrow, they will prorate your income, so you can only be prorated 75% of this 1% only. That means if the major shareholder, right, if the major shareholder don't have enough income, also cannot buy one. That was what they said about 4 to 5 years ago. Then subsequently, I don't know why after that banks allow again, Banks allow again. Banks allow them to get the loan again. I don't know why. So if they really wanted to stop this, right, why are banks still allowing this? So that one I don't want to comment too much because I'm not in the banking sector. Then as for the husband and wife, this one, right, this one is very easy to catch one, because that during that time, right, when they were couple doing this, right, straight away IRAS will tax full amount already. Because IRAS straight away they will charge you on the basis that you are evading tax. Because it's very clear cut already. It's very, very clear cut already. So I will only say this thing. For those of you, right, who are thinking of buying a house, please please don't do all these type of weird things, because government is not stupid. The best part about Singapore government is they are very, very smart one. 有时他只是懒得抓你而已嘞。Honestly speaking, it's not like I'm too lazy to catch you. So for those of you who want to try all this creative method, or if your property agent teaches you all this creative method, you can try lah. But if you get caught by IRAS, right, then I personally just feel that you and your agent are the same caliber in terms of IQ. Don't underestimate our government, please. Or sometimes it's really they want to be nice, They think that sometimes I close one eye, let you all try to let you have a better life. Then after that, you all keep coming. No, like I mentioned, today, if it's really the father want to buy for the son, or the son want to buy for the father, in the case of 100 sell one, right? When you appeal, you think government will accept or not? Maybe they will, on compassionate ground you can only blame that you are not rich enough 咯，对不对？怪只怪你不够有钱嘛 ，agree or not? Then, but for the 99 one, if today you are young couple starting out, then you want to plan for future homes, also makes sense what. But you do it immediately, 你真的当个 IRA 是神经还是瞎的咩？ That one I don't know lah. So ultimately, this is what I always say. Please be prudent and don't try to do those funny stuff lah. Because in the end, you end up paying for it. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a penalty. They can expect you to pay the full amount plus another 50% more. So it's 17% plus another 50% more. So the other part, right, will be okay lah. The PR spouse, right, not so bad. 5% plus another 5% more. So it's 7.5% extra for trying to be stupid. So don't no point . Really no point. Okay, yes. So that's it. That's the. I actually nowadays you realize, Jason, almost every other week, right, when we have our feng shui talk, sure got something on the news to talk about. Jialat, right? Every other week, sure have one. I also don't know what. So funny. Okay, yes, bro. You got anything that you yourself want to ask me?
No.
Not
Not yet.
Okay, not yet. Okay. Then basically yeah lah, that's all. That's all for tonight. Okay. Anything you want to close night with, Jason?
I think that's all. That's all.
At least say goodbye, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, lah. I mean, if you haven't checked our previous episode, go ahead now. So I'm quite relieved that we are going to finish the 2080 streak.
Yeah, seriously, when we first started, we didn't know that it's going to be such a journey.
Yeah.
Very interesting. It's really, really very interesting. I mean, I also learned a lot along the way. Okay. Then as for me, I will say unfortunately a lot of things is not within our control. Okay, a lot of things is not within our control. In fact, I just learned about something else today. Okay, URA just changed the new rulings for developers land use again. Okay, so it's going to impact the developers, and then when something impact the developers, right? Guess who will be affected? Well, it's us, the buyers, the buyers. So I'm going to read more into it. So on the next sharing, if time allows, I will touch a bit on that as well to brace everybody on what to expect for the future new launches. Okay, so yeah lah, guys, that's it lah. And as I always say, a home is a recipe. Nothing's perfect, but we will definitely be able to help you and your loved ones find something that is suitable. Okay. So here's Jason, and nothing to say already.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Okay, Jason said good night already. So Daddy Property Chef here. I'm Joel. Let's make you do well. Okay, good night.